h7. We use our human intuition here. And
take a breath, boys and girls. You're about to you're about to see the first decisive result in more than 5 years in classical chess of the World Chess Championship. I expect Ian Nepomniachtchi to throw in the towel in this position. I really do.
Yeah.
And I think we will have blood from Dubai, as they say. We will have our first victory.
Yeah, no bowling pins, no bowling alleys. Paul Dano, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But this is a problem because this is going to be the end of the game. We said very early on that Jan played G takes F6. He played B5. This feels like a lifetime ago.
Yep.
He was playing very well, but he lost the thread, and it became a very Magnus Carlsen-esque position.
Yep.
And here we are. We're about to see the first classical chess victory for Magnus Carlsen in a world championship since 2016.
We're wrong. He doesn't resign. He makes one more move.
I think F5 is easy enough.
Yes.
F5 and the knight goes to F6. Or white might just push that pawn forward by force. I think probably white is already in territory where most moves which don't blunder material win. Black's queen will go to G1.
Magnus has chosen F5.
White can play rook to D7 to start with. Or I think probably knight F6 also does the trick.
Yeah, knight F6 threatens E7, and there's no way to deal with it.
Well, there's a lot of checks, so it gets a bit concerning.
As long as the king can hide, which I think there's a path.
Because there's queen H6 in the end there, but what's the most clinical way to do it here? I feel like actually rook to G7 is a very good way of doing it. Because that threatens E7 just as much, because the rook gets out of the way.
Oh, knight G7.
That's the easiest.
That's even nicer.
He's the highest king on
the same idea as the knight on F6, and that it threatens E7, everyone, but this actually keeps the much easier escape route for the king. So
well, the king's actually going to go to G8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it goes to F6, so it checks on the diagonal, but you're going to go exactly like that, and then that's it.
I think this is the moment to resign.
Wow. And, I mean, for Ian Nepomniachtchi, this is a brutal moment. Because in the first 5 games of the match, he was the one with more chances.
Yep.
And in this game, he also had his fair share of chances. He was the one who kept the queens on, tried to play. And then the imbalance that he created. And yet here we are, the rook, the knight, the 2 pawns. That's the end of the story here. One of them, the e-pawn, is going to promote. If you have to sacrifice your queen for it, that, of course, is losing. And Magnus Carlsen, he's going to shush the doubters. He's put his finger to his lips too early in certain events. And there it is. There's the handshake. And that is Magnus Carlsen taking the 3.5, 2.5 lead.
The first decisive game in more than 5 years of classical chess for the World Chess Championship.
Knight to G3 is kind of tough.
No, but in general, yeah.
Okay, I mean, in the blitz game, it's not so easy.
Yeah. Instead of 26 or 25. I mean 27, sorry, with 5 immediately. When it became tricky, I sometimes did it. And now we're not queen d7, but just, I mean, basically everything draws, but okay, I wanted just to clean that out.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 chaos, a simple one. If I want to try to trade everything away.
No, I mean, king h2 is too much. I should just go and look at the time.
That should be draw.
That's right.
And as we said, you just